Hello my friends, I am G Hondo. Welcome back to Aurora. This is episode 51. In episode 50 we had a close call with our scout, the Apparition. Um, it had a lot of maintenance failures, and unfortunately some of those were to its damage control and then to its drive. So I ended up sending 3 or 4 ships out to try and rescue it before I finally remembered I had an actual tugboat and brought it back to Earth, got it all fixed up, and then promptly scrapped it and built a new one. So that would presumably not happen again. So let me show you, and you can actually see if you catch the mess down there that it's done. This one I've called the Spectre because I'm going with the invisible ghost theme on this one. We went from an apparition to a Spectre, so a little bit bigger ship. The previous was 15,000, so I had to redesign the cloaking device, which wasn't a big deal. It was just a little bit bigger. But the main difference is I set it up to a 12-month deployment instead of the 9-month that the previous one had, so that will help a bit. I added a whole bunch more engineering, so its maintenance life will actually be more than the 12 months. That's actually more like about 17 or so. I gave it a second drive, which not only means it's normally going to be a bit faster, but even if one drive blows up, it'll still be able to limp home. If both drives blow up, well, then I guess I'm getting the tug back out again, but at least this doubles the chances that it can get out of there. That, of course, meant more fuel, but that's no big deal. I modernized the other types of sensors, like just the active sense and the thermal sense and all those, just because I had newer ones. We hardly ever use them anyway. But more importantly, as I mentioned, I wanted to do the actual scanning a bit faster, so I added a second geo scanner and 2 more grav scanners. So this should be able to scan in a much more reasonable fashion. And to check it out, since I just finished building it, I'm going to send it back here to Gliese 6 to finish the last little bit of the scanning that the apparition couldn't finish. So that's where we are. Shipyard. And this is the Masada, apparently. Awesome. Okay. Well, let's get over there. It was 2 Ys, and then Gliese 6. And when you get there, grav scan for me, please. Beautiful. Okay. With the previous one, it was 5 days each for these points, so I want to see now what kind of speed it's at. Okay, so it can scan one of these per day now, instead of basically 4 days it was before. It can now do these in basically 1 day. It's maybe plus or minus a few hours, but it's about 1 day. You're also going to see a whole bunch of complaints on Gliese, both for an auto mine and some Zulu. It has corundium there, it's just really low accessibility, so I'm trying to build more mines to dig it out. So eventually those messages will start to go away once it actually builds some of those mines, but for a while we're stuck with them. But anyway, no big deal. Not to mention, of course, with this thing being a bit faster, you can get between these points just that little bit quicker. So there we go. So we have finished this one up. I will send it back to Earth just very briefly. Not that it's critical. It's only been out for less than a month, but just for simplicity's sake, I will send it back to Earth, refuel, resupply, and all that happy stuff. I guess I could do an overhaul as well, but it probably doesn't actually need it. And then we're going to come back out here and jump through one of these gates. Either this one here or this one here. Probably this one here arbitrarily, but whatever, doesn't matter. And that will be groovy. Okay, so it's ready. I didn't think it would take much because, like I say, it had barely been out, so it really wasn't missing much. Okay, so let's get back out here to Barnard's, Struve, Wise, Gliese 6, and jump 1. Yeah, this is starting to get a really long way from Earth, but it's okay. That's okay. Where did we land this time? We are in a different Wise one. Lovely. Okay, so be it. I'm also not seeing any, well, I'll tell it to do geo surveys, but I'm not seeing anything for it to do unless there's some asteroids. but I'm not seeing anything for it to do. So I'll just leave that screen up. Tick 5 seconds. Oh, it still had the jump point survey from before. That's fine. We'll finish that, and then we'll see if it's willing to do. No, there's absolutely no geological to do. Highly disappointing. Okay, well, we'll let it float around and do that. Yeah, this is a much, much better scanning ship. Not only will it get between the points much quicker, but it's also doing the actual scanning of the points much, much quicker. So it's basically doing, including travel time, one jump point every about 30 hours or so, so a little over a day. Whereas the previous one, I had to always do the 5-day ticks. It was just barely ahead of it, so yeah, this is much, much nicer. Plus, I just like redesigning ships. I get to muck around and move stuff around, and it's good stuff. It's probably my favorite part of the game, other than blowing up aliens. So basically, designing combat ships is my favorite part of the game, because I know I not only get to well, let's try that sentence again. Not only do I get to design a ship, which I find fun, but I know it then gets to go and blow up some ships, which is also fun. So, bring on the aliens. And this looks like a dead end, unless there's a gate over here somewhere. So this is a bit of a bust, but that's good, because it... Oh, no, there is something here. I was going to say it's good, because that's a name I've already got one of, and I don't like when they have the same name, because it makes it harder for me to remember which one's which, but... Anyway, Barnards to Struve to Wise, the first one, to Glisse, to... And this would be exactly the problem. Ah! You are 1741. This is exactly the problem. So you have to go through a... Oh, actually that's the same one, isn't it? So they must be a bit of a circle. Okay, interesting. Anyway, 1741, and then we will build the jump point gate back, and while you're at it, the gate there. Okay. Okie dokie. It's going to make my chart really, really confusing. I have no idea how I'm going to draw that. Well, I'll figure it out. Well, I guess the one downfall of having this much faster scanning ship is now it will definitely have to wait for the bee to build it a gate to get out of there. Well, that's okay. I'll send it back to Earth while it's building this gate. Kind of save some time that way. And that should help a bit. It's going to keep complaining about not being able to do that order, so... Come on. Why do you keep unclicking? Thank you. So we'll just shut the default off here. So it stops complaining. Jump 30 days, so that should be done, unless it halts me again. Which it did, thank you for that. Like I say, once it's able to build a couple of those auto mines, then that message should start to clear up. Up until then, I'm stuck with it, because I can't be bothered to send a cargo ship over to move corundium when it's got corundium there. That just seems very silly to me. Anyway. Right, so go back to Earth. Refuel, resupply, overhaul, all that happy jazz. And by the time that's done, this gate should be done, or close enough to. So we can come back and jump through it. Come on then. Keep going. You can do this. I know you can. Alright, so yes, the Masada is done. This gate is almost done. Just another couple hours. There we go. Okay. So the bee can come back to Earth to refuel. Refuel. And the Masada can jump its way back over there. So Struve to Wise to Gliese to the other Wise and the unexplored. Yeah, we are so far away from Earth now. It's crazy. Anyway. So be it. Okay. So we are here. Let us jump through and see what we get. Other than our normal overflow error. Thank you. Alright, we are now in NN3391, but at least it has something. So, there's at least some hope here for us. Masada, go ahead please, and geosurvey. Minerals. Begin. And it's got asteroids too, so it's going to do some floating around, so good. Okay, so at least there's going to be something here. Whether it's any good or not is completely separate, but anyway. Oops, I have inactive labs on Earth, which means one of my researchers mysteriously vanished without leave. I don't know which one, I have no idea. So I guess I'll just pick something. Sure, microwave, that'll do. Like I say, at this point, there's nothing I actually really need, so it's really just research whatever, it doesn't matter. Oops, we have contact. And I think it's a different kind of alien. Yes, it is. You are... what the heck are you? I don't know, but you're really, really ugly. Alright, well, so far, you're still neutral. So let's see if we can actually keep it that way briefly. Okay. Teams. Unassigned. Diplo. 1, 3, 4, and 5. Do so now. Thank you. I know you don't like doing math. I know. Math is hard. Just like the mid-20th century Barbie dolls used to say. For a very short amount of time. I think it was the 50s? Might have even been the 60s. I think it was in the 50s. Anyway, another pointless fact that nobody cares about. Right, moving on. Why do I have no Diplo team available? I just built a Diplo team. Because you hadn't refreshed that screen. Makes sense. Okay. Alright. And what are you calling your ships? Actually, that might help me decide what you figure out what you are. Wolfhounds, apparently. Well, you certainly don't look anything like a wolf or a hound, so... but you're apparently using Terran, like Earth-type names for your ship types. Discovery, New York. Yeah, I have no idea what these things are, so I'm not sure what I'm going to call the next ship. The what stomper to call them. Anyway, let's just continue our floating around and scanning. My active scanners are off, so I should not be giving off any EM. EM, because I don't have any shields or active scanners. I do have the drive still at full speed, so I'm giving off some thermal, but it's not a whole lot. And I could bring that down if things go poorly on the diplomatic side. But so far they're still neutral, so we'll give the Diplo team some time to do their thing while we go ahead and do our scanning. But I'm definitely not bringing the B in here yet. Not with all those ships there. Not until I know what's happening one way or the other. If I can make them friendly, so be it. But if they go hostile, I'm going to have to zap them. But I'll get to try out the new missile cannon ship. Yay! I'm very much looking forward to that. Okay, so the B is done. I guess I could send it just to Wise like this, the stop before this, just so it's nearby, just not actually going to jump in here yet. There's no reason it can't be at least most of the way here. That's Y17. Yeah, so we're not going to go through yet, but I'll just have it... Actually, I guess it could move there. It could actually be sitting right at the jump gate. It's just not going to actually build. It's not going to come through yet. Excuse me. Although I could bring it to there, bring its speed down to like 2 kilometers a second. So it's giving off basically 0 thermal, sneak it through and build the gate, and then sneak it back out, put the speed back up. I did that before with the, I think that was 70 Ophiuchi. Okay. I'm not sure why you just threw that error, but okay. That's a new one for me. Or was that an attempt at diplomacy? Well, I don't know what that was. Weird. Okay. Whatever. Keep going. Maybe the Diplo team has a problem. I don't know. I haven't seen them actually do anything yet, which is unusual. So I thought usually every 5 days they would make a roll. Maybe I'll have to zap that team. Or maybe I didn't actually... Oh no, I did assign it. Huh. Interesting. I really don't know then. They are assigned. I'll give them more time, I guess. Okay, so the B is there, so I am going to try that little sneak in and build a gate trick. So basically I'll just bring this down to a really small number. So its thermal signature is basically non-existent. Slide through and build the gate. This is so sneaky, I like it. Because the amount of time to build the gate, of course, has absolutely nothing to do with what speed the ship is going at, because it's a different system. Okay, so the Diplo team just got better. Well, I still haven't seen them actually do anything yet. But apparently they're better at it. They're better at sitting at their desks pretending to work. Well, we're getting a lot of asteroids with stuff on them, so that's good. So once these are dealt with one way or another, I guess I can bring the mining ship over here as well. I've got lots of work for it to do yet. It's still in 70 Ophiuchi because there was just so much on the... Like those comets and asteroids that are there have a lot of stuff on them, so I may actually want to build another golden shovel at some point. But we'll see. The fact that I had its basic... Well, the fleet doing it, but I had it sitting there for like 100 years doing nothing, kind of leans me away from building extras of them, but who knows? Would really like it to build a couple more of these mines so those messages will go away. That would be really nice. Anyway. That's okay. Alright, boys, keep it up. You're almost done that gate. So then I can sneak it back out of there. Bring the speed back up and just have it wait. Pop just single day increments here. Okay, the B is done. So, Mr. B, go ahead and use that gate you just built. Which will, of course, only take a moment. There we go. And now you can... You'll stay here, but you can put your engines back onto full. Okay, but there's no reason for it to go back to Earth yet. It's a commercial vessel, so I'm not too worried about maintenance failures or any of that stuff. It would only be morale, I guess, if anything. But for now, it's fine. They're still hunting around, trying to figure out what's happening. And meanwhile... Yeah, I have no idea what these people are doing. Well, they are clearly working, though, because this was -9 when I first popped it up. So I guess they are doing something. They just haven't established official contact yet. Maybe they're just researching them or something. I don't know. I don't know much about them that way. Or that way yet. Well, that's fine. We'll just keep letting them do what they're doing. We'll just keep scanning with the Spectre here and see what happens. In the meantime, we'll continue to get annoyed by the constant corundium messages. And that'll be glorious. Hi, Devil. How you doing, buddy? You're being such a good, quiet boy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, lots of asteroids. Pretty small amounts, but that's normal for asteroids. Yeah, we'd be able to clean these places out pretty quick. Well, that one's got a pretty large amount. That's not bad. It's not bad. And we haven't even gone near the actual planets yet, which is probably good. Because I don't want them to go hostile if we can avoid it. So for now, we'll just keep floating around out here and do all the asteroids. So far, so good. What is that red thing? Or is that just somebody's active sensor? I can't tell because there's multiple things there. Yeah, I have no idea what that is. Well, clearly it's whatever these things are guarding. Unless that's maybe a PDC's range, or maybe one of them still has an active sensor on. I can't tell, that's so blurry, I have no idea what that says. Okay, we will just keep on keeping on, I guess. Till the Diplo team tells us something, good or bad. I'm not going to send in the warship yet, because I still have a chance at diplomacy here. The bugs fired the first shot on me when they blew up my gate builder. Now the goblins, I did actually look through the logs, and unfortunately I fired the first shot on that one, so that was a bit of an oopsie. But I'd like to pretend I'm still diplomatic. Hence why I'm not even bringing in the combat vessel until the Diplo team says yay or nay one way or the other. And so far, well, things are improving. They still haven't got actual proper communication, but the Diplo rating is slowly ticking up. I think I'll just leave that over here so I don't have to keep flipping to it. I know you can't see it on your side, but I've just got it on the side window here, so that's fine. Because it keeps defaulting back to a different alien race, so if I leave it up, it'll stay on the one it's on, which is groovy. Although I don't think it will update the Diplo rating unless I close it and reopen it, so maybe that's not really that helpful. Whatever, we'll figure it out. It's fine, I'm sure it's fine. Anyway. Yeah, there are a ton of asteroids here. I'm really liking that. Especially because of the ones we opened earlier between last episode and... They were mostly busts. But I am glad we found actual aliens, so that's helpful. Yeah, this is not updating at all. Yeah, so I guess I will just leave this closed, but it is at least happening. Why is the assign button back? Weird. Okay. Maybe they weren't really doing anything. I really couldn't tell you. Or maybe they just now think it's time to actually start talking to them. I have no idea. I can only guess at these things, and I usually guess wrong. But I would like the Diplo team to decide what's happening with these before I'm done with all the asteroids and move in closer towards them. So I actually may want to do the waypoint surveying before I do the inner planets geo-surveying, just in case, because that would buy... In fact, I think I am going to do that, because that's going to buy the Diplo team more time while I'm still not close enough to them to potentially upset them with my presence. So I think I will actually do the grav scanning before I go in and do those moons. I think that will be a better plan. Because I know if I go into those moons, I will definitely be close enough to attract their attention. I probably shouldn't even consider going and building the gates, especially this one's way too close. I might be able to go to sneak over to this one, but I definitely don't want to try and sneak over to this one with the bee yet. Okay, why do I have good sensor data? I didn't think my active sensors were on. Am I really that close to one of them? Yeah, my sensors are off. Huh. Or am I just that good at scanning? Maybe I'm just that good at scanning. Neat. Okay. Apparently it's a comet class, which I otherwise know very little about, but I guess I figured out its speed anyway, which I guess is nice. Yeah, these don't really want to seem to be assigned here. Or maybe I should have actually pressed the button up here that I always forget. Anyway, so I guess what happens is you assign them here, and then they'll just slowly increase this until you're actually ready to try this. I think that's what happened last time. When I pressed this, I was still negative, because you always start at like negative, like 9 or something, some minor negative, and then they get upset with you. But now that we're at plus 17, let's see if that's enough to make positive contact. Hopefully, and if not, I'll just come blow them up. Yeah, potato, potato. That would be totally okay with me. Attempting communication, trivial progress, but it is positive, so that's fine. You can just keep trying. So far, so good. And I've lost some thermal on them, so I must be a bit too far away now. Still just trivial progress, but still positive progress. That's fine, they can just keep trying. Ew. Okay. They just threw away all the progress they had made so far. But it is still positive, so they can keep trying. But they haven't given up yet, but that was a bad roll. We'll see how they do next time. They just got better. Okay, they did another bad roll. Not as bad, but still bad. Although one of them did improve, so hopefully that will help the next rolls. Another jump point, so there's at least 4 of them here. Very nice. Alright, okay, so slight positive progress. If we can get a few of those in a row, we could be alright, but if it keeps going back to the bad rolls, then we may lose these people. Okay, there's at least 5 gates. Wow, I'm going to have a hard time drawing this on my little spreadsheet. I don't know how I'm going to put that, but I guess I'll figure it out. That looked like a bad roll. Yep, bad roll. Have you officially given up yet? No, they're still trying. Okay. They can have some more time. Trivial plus. Trivial fail. So they're staying pretty neutral. They haven't really got plus or minus here. Oh, they actually made actual decent progress. They call it minimal, but that's still better than trivial. So that's a +2. That's nice. I have no idea what actual amount they need to get to. Oh, actual progress again. Good. I think we're getting somewhere now. If we can keep rolling well, we could be getting somewhere here. Is that another +3 or is that the same one? No, that's another +3. I think they're actually getting somewhere here. Yeah, we're up to 31. That's very nice. Okay. So we still don't know a heck of a lot about them at all, but we are at least getting positive diplomacy going, which is good. So, let's see how we do. Ooh, actual real progress, +5. So that was a good roll. Okay, we are actually getting somewhere with these guys. I may not have to blow them away after all. I'm almost saddened by that. I really do want to try out these Meson cannons on something. Okay, so more minor progress. Okay. I doubt there's a 6th gate, but I guess we'll check these last couple places. I'm already surprised to find 5. That's already a lot. Alright, so the question of the day now is, do I risk the geo-surveying while the Diplo team is still in progress, or do I just sneak out and head back to Earth for a while and wait? I think I sneak out and wait and find out one way or the other what's happening. I'd really like this shiny new ship to last more than, you know, just the little bit I've got so far. What are you? You are 284. So if I float over to 284, then I should be able to float up to either 159 or 273 and still be far enough away from them that they don't see me. And then I can zip over to the gate and get out of here without wow, major progress, +10. Okay, I think we're actually going to have positive communication. Yay, I can almost be a diplomat. All it took was not shooting them first. It's amazing. Alright, so let's go up to 159. $159. Where are you going? Is that not 159 right there? No, that's 199. See, that's what happens when you're blind. Okay. Well done. Well done, blind. Okay, let's try that again. So we go to 284. Right? That's what that one was. 283. 283199. Okay. 283. Then 199. Then to the jump gate. And get out of here. At that point, you can just pop back to Earth, refuel, resupply, all that stuff, and we'll just wait and see what the the Diplo team says. In the meantime, that means the B may as well go home as well, because I think I left it. Yeah, I left it part way out there, so it can just go home and wait, and we'll just wait on the Diplo team, see what they have to say for themselves. But we'll give them a nice wide berth here, so I don't disturb the lads. Okay, and we are out of here. Okay. Now we just wait and see what... Okay, so that was actually technically a pretty bad roll compared to what we have been doing, but it's still positive, so that's fine. We've had enough good rolls in a row now that we have enough of a bonus, it looks like, that even a pretty bad roll is still slightly positive, so this is good. Oh, now they're actually starting to slip again. They had 2 bad rolls in a row, it looks like. That's not so good, lads. That's not so good. So we're up to plus 53, so we should be doing okay here. I mean, we're nowhere near the point where we can actually, do anything with them, but anyway. Okay, minimal progress. B is done. That's fine. What was that? A race identifies itself as the Empire of Apparition, or something not terribly far from that. That's cool. That means we must have at least nominal communications with them, that they're at least talking. That's very nice. We don't really still know much about them yet, but that's the highest I've ever seen this without a negative sign in front of it, so excellent. Well, they can keep the friendly chatter up, and who knows, maybe I can actually get a race that's willing to trade with me or something. Would be nice to do something with the all this wealth. Like, it's been just, yeah, we're almost up to 1 trillion wealth because I've had nothing to use it on. It's just been growing and growing and growing, and it's doing nothing. So maybe if we can do trade, maybe you can use it that way. I have no idea. I have not run into a friendly alien yet. You've seen what I've done with every other alien I've met. Hint, it involves a lot of their ships going away. Alright, so the scout is done at shore leave. Still doing the overhaul, but I think I'm just going to leave it at Earth until the Diplo team either tells me we're allies or something goes horribly amiss and I have to send in the guns. But I'll have to wait and see how that goes. I'm not seeing any... Did that mean they stop trying to talk to them? Well, that's still going up, so I guess they are still talking. Okay. I'm just not seeing any messages about it. I guess you only get messages during the initial communication phase, maybe. I don't know. Not sure. I guess we will have to wait and see. I don't know what number it's got to get up to. Probably 100, I would guess. Maybe even more, I don't know. But it looks like it's only ticking up like 1 point every 5 or 10 days, so... It's up to 75 now. Okay. Well, I guess I will just leave it there. We'll let them keep doing their thing, and we'll jump months. Give them much more time to work. So these 5-day jumps, we'll do 30-day jumps. I'm fine with that. Not like I'm in a big hurry. I'm already 450 years into the game here, so I switch you, then switch you back. Yeah, we're up to 81 now, so okay. Well, we'll just keep this off to the side and keep letting them do their thing. It gives more time for Gliese 2 here to keep working on its mines. Yeah, we're up to 90 now. I guess if I put that there, you'll still be able to see the number on it. Should be able to. If I put it much closer, it'll get buried underneath and I won't be able to get at it. thus defeating the whole purpose of putting it on the side. Well, I want to finish the scanning here, but I don't really want to cause a diplomatic incident either, so maybe we'll just, oh, yeah. Can you tell the bugs don't like me? Anyway. Alright, we're up to 96. Negative 300 with them. They're not going to ever get fixed. But I have a real shot with whatever those things are. I really don't even know what that picture's supposed to be. I have absolutely no idea. If that's a type of creature you recognize, please leave me a comment on what you think it is, because I have no idea. I initially thought, because this looked kind of like wind, I thought this was some kind of, elemental or something, but that makes it look more like a sea creature of some kind. Because that looks, like kind of like an octopus tentacle, but yeah, I have no idea. It's ugly, whatever it is. I'll tell you that for free. Anyway, if you know or have a guess, at this point even a vague guess is better than I've got, so please feel free. I have no idea. Alright, we've crossed 100, but I still don't have options to go friendly yet. So we'll keep letting them go. Like I say, I don't know what number I need to get to. Because if I can get to friendly, then I should be allowed to send the scout in without them trying to blow it up. While it's neutral, they might. They might not, but they might, and I really don't want to risk, like I say, a diplomatic incident over a little bit of, scanning. I don't think we need to get to allied, but as long as we're friendly, they should leave me alone, and at least I'm not, aggressive to them. The Diplo team just got a little bit better, so that may help as well. Alright, we're up to 124, but still nothing that can be done. Okay, we'll keep going. Oh, the harvester would like to come home and unload. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. Not a problem. Oh, research was done too. I missed that. Guess we'll do that while we're at it too. But that was the one on GJ. I have way too many colonies. As you can see, I still have a lot of mining to do here, let alone the stuff we found more recently. Anyway. You are with power and propulsion, so you may as well work on that, I guess. With your 4 labs that are not even fully staffed. Anyway. And in the meantime, the gas pump should be back. It is. So we can dump off lots and lots of fuel. Excellent. And then send you out to Barnard's, to Struve, to, was it Wattage you were going to? Or was it Gleese? I thought it was Gleese, or was it Queeper? No, I've forgotten where you were mining. Oops. That's kind of silly. Okay, it's Gleese 6, that's for sure. Okay. Gleese 6. Which is where I've put you. Good. So maybe my memory's not quite so bad as I think it is. Alrighty. Alright, so... Alright, we're up to 143 and still no sign of changeable windows. Okay, we'll keep going. If by the end of this episode I still am not at a point where I can do anything with them, I'll look on the wiki in between episodes and see if I can find somewhere that actually tells me what the rating has to be to actually get them to talk to you. Because like I say, I have no idea. Or maybe I have to just close it and reopen it. Maybe it's one of those sorts of things. Well, no, it certainly has not changed the buttons. I still know very little about them. Okay. So be it. Yeah, we'll let it go a few more months, or until I see a message about them, but otherwise we'll just let it go a few more months, and then we'll check again. That will be fine. Hooray. Okay. Yeah, we'll go to January 458 and then I'll check them. So another month. Because by then I think we should be at or very near 200. Yeah, 198. Still no sign. Okay. Not a problem. Still nothing. Grade fields are automatically updated by sensors. Now, does it mean these, or is it actually really talking about these? I can't imagine. If it's set to hostile, you'll fight them. You'll allow friendly and allies to use your jump points. Allied ships give you transponders. Your ships will defend allies. Yeah, that's fine, but how do I get them to friendly? That's what I'm after. That I don't know. But we'll keep being friendly diplomats and all that. That's all we can do for now, I guess. If it would let me, I would put more than one team on them. Like, when you're doing geological surveys, for example, you can put multiple geo teams on a single planet. I'm assuming that helps. I can't prove it, obviously, but I'm assuming that helps. But I can't do that with these because it's basically just pick a team and assign them. So I don't see any way to drastically improve that. So I guess it really is just a waiting game, I guess. I hope. Hope I haven't just been sitting here doing nothing for no reason. But that wouldn't be the first time I've done that. Alright, we're up to 214 now. We're very positive. And still have nothing happening. I wonder maybe I should just bring the scout back in and... I just don't know for sure how they'll react to it. I mean, we have a positive rating, a very positive rating, and I really don't want to wreck it, because it's taken a long time to get to that rating. We've been talking to them for like 3 years now. But I do wonder if it would help if I was getting more details on them. I really don't know. I don't know. And I don't like it when I don't know stuff. It makes me feel silly. Anyway, we'll keep going. And if we haven't had some kind of breakthrough by the beginning of 459, then I'll bring that scout back in and let them scan each other and see if that helps at all. Of course, if they start shooting at it, then I know that was a total mistake, but such is life. Okay, our diplomats just got better again. Hopefully that helps. It also would be nice if you could actually set, how people train in the academy. Like, have certain people that are really good geologists, and then certain ones that are, really good at diplomacy and that sort of. Like, if you could actually set focuses or something, but I can't seem to find anything like that, and I don't think it exists. But anyway, Earth would like some research done. They just did jump efficiency, apparently. Great. Why don't you do shipbuilding rate? Sure, sounds delightful. Awesome. I guess. Why not? And keep going. I thought I just did the ones on Earth. Did I miss them? Or did that one not take all of... Oh, that one didn't take all of them. Okay, have some more terraforming rate then. Great. Couldn't actually care less about that, but have it anyway. With the exception of Venus, every place I've ever terraformed has been done very, very quickly. Venus was the only one that took a really long time, because it had 100 atmospheres to get rid of before I could start making it breathable. So the extra terraforming rate probably wouldn't have done all that much in all reality, but anyway, who knows. Alright, let's have a look at these guys one more time here. Right, we are up to 269 and still nothing here that I can move. I cannot reinitiate. I could reassign a different team, but there's no point. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and bring over the scout. For now, I'm going to do so with the active sensors off. So it's still kind of sneaking its way over, sort of. So it's just going to be doing like the passive scanner. But that will at least give us some more information, presumably. Whether it's enough or not is completely separate, but anyway. Let's at least get here, and then we'll see. Yes, thermal contacts. Population detected. See, with a signature like this, it must mean there's actually like people there. All the other places I've ever found have been like, thermal contact like 5 or 10, so it's just been like a single building. But this must actually be like an actual population. So, what I think I can do, just clear all that. Let's move a little bit closer. Say to one of these asteroids over here. Which one are you? You are 105. So we'll just ease over a little bit closer. Again, I don't really want to, I guess I can get rid of that group, that's the old one. I don't really want to upset them, I just want to get an idea of what's happening. So we'll float over to 105. So we have a little bit better scanning on them. And so far they don't seem interested in doing anything. They do have a comet moving around, but I don't think it's actually coming towards me. I think it's just flying around. So either it lost me or it was never going after me in the first place. I really couldn't tell you. I also don't know where it went, so there's that. So it could be a cloaking type of ship too, for all I know. Maybe it is still coming towards me. I have no idea. 273. We still know very little about them. We know very, very little about these things. Do I dare put on the active scanners? Because that will certainly get their attention. It's just a case of whether that will be positive attention or negative attention. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I'm so new to the diplomacy game. I don't know if I'm helping or making things worse by being out here and doing this. But we're going to try it. We're going to be brave, and we're going to put the active sensors on. Well, they actually have a proper shipyard and ground forces, and I have much more information about all their ships. And they are now moving, which tells me I'm now going to shut those off and get out of here before they shoot me and wreck our diplomatic work here. Because that's not something I wanted to do. All I wanted was more information. So we'll shut those off, and we are getting out of here. In fact, we're just going to go right all the way back to Earth, and that'll be great. I'm pretty sure I'm fast enough to get away from all of them, and since they've lost me, it looks like they've stopped anyway. And I hopefully didn't lose too much. No, that's still fine. So because we never actually got into combat range, it doesn't look like that affected our diplomacy at all. All that really did was give me a bit more information on some of their ships. Still not a whole lot, but a little bit more, which is nice. Okay. Yeah, we are out of here. No problem. Yes, that was a little risky, but that's why I did it from way over here, just in case. Like if I had flown really close and then put them on, you know, I'd already be in range, and they definitely, if they wanted to, could have shot at me. But from way over here, they wouldn't be able to shoot, and that would give me time to go back into stealth mode and get out of there. So I think that worked out well. I'm not sure it was worth the risk for how little I got out of it, but, you know, whatever. But yeah, I think... oh, Diplo team just got better again. I think after I end this episode, I will pop on the wiki and see if I can find any indication of what it takes to actually turn a race friendly, whether it is just a case of waiting until this hits some number, or whether there's some other button I need to be clicking somewhere that I don't know about. So, either way, for now I'll just let that continue to tick up, in case it is just a wait till the number hits X. And yeah, that will be fine. We're getting pretty close to time control for this episode anyway, so I don't think we're gonna miss out too much. I don't think so anyway. Is that an 80 or did that actually drop? I wish I had better eyesight. Okay, that is an 80. Because sometimes you'll see it'll say, you know, somebody improved, but the number's gone lower because somebody's retired off the team, but it never told me that. So I notice that with geological teams once in a while. Okay, well, we're over 300 now. We still have no sign of... Oh, wait, hang on. This is new. Granted trade access. Civilian ships can talk to each other. This can open up new markets and become... And... Oh, boost. Wow. Amount of shipping available for your own goods, but you risk goods from alien populations replacing your own exports. Well, I don't care about that. What I want, though, is these people to like me more, and if we're doing trading, that might help. Cool. Okay. So clearly, the diplomatic number had to be above 300 in order to open that up. I don't know what it'll take to get the rest of them, but that clearly tells me that somewhere around 320, somewhere in that neighborhood, is trade access. So I don't know why this says no trade access. So either they haven't done it yet, or they haven't accepted it, or I haven't scanned them again since we did this. Maybe I do need to have some kind of scout in here at all times. I don't know. Not too worried about it. Either way, all things being equal, our trade ships, like the commercial ships, and theirs should now be able to float back and forth between our two systems. Having said that, it's like 5 jumps apart, so it's going to take quite a while for the civilian ships to do those trips, but still, they at least are going to be allowed to, and that can only be a good thing for diplomacy. Who would have thought I'm actually being diplomatic? Huh. Will wonders never cease? Wow, this Diplo team is really getting a lot of upgrades. Yeah, they're up to 190. They're doing quite well. Not now. So yeah, I think that's a good spot to put a cut in for this episode. We now are officially trading, and they don't hate me, which is amazing. So, like I say, if you have any idea what this is supposed to be, please feel free to leave me a comment. I'm still going to check the wiki just to see about these ones, because these are the ones I'm more interested in. This is nice, but it's really this one and then these that I'm interested in. So I need to find out if it is in fact just waiting on this number or if there is something else. But I'll take care of that off camera. So yeah, I think this is an excellent spot to put a pause in. So I'd like to thank everyone for sticking around and watching me today. And until next time, I hope you stay calm, and I'll see you next time. And maybe when you come, we can chill again. Have a good one. See ya.